Yeah, so what I've started doing is if I know I discussed a topic, I will then share the video for this call and say, well, all right, this was discussed tonight, so take a look at this because it's not easy to be answering persons, whether it's by WhatsApp or Messenger or phone calls or voice notes. It's not easy to be messaging persons over and over about topics that we discussed before. Any comments? Any questions? It's an open forum. Remember, it's a Q&A. So definitely questions now, you can raise them. So we can try to take care of it. Michelle group saying that
yeah, Mr. James, I agree with you. Yeah.
Stop bringing in the dishwashing liquid.
No, we can't do that.
Well, we had to find a way, some way. Alicia is crying. Try the household products. There are some products, some of the household products. Yeah, Genevieve.
Mr. James.
Yes.
So while it is difficult, we monitor how many we bring in, and usually is a limit of 1 per order that we bring into the country.
Yeah.
So that way the weight isn't too affected, and at least because they last long, so we're able to stagger it among the business partners.
Well, that's what I've been doing, Jen. I try to, as I said, I will spread it out. So if I see 3 business partners have orders, I will do it 1 per order and kind of spread it out so that we don't lose or don't get, you know, the cost too high in terms of shipping. I think I saw Misha's hand was up. Good evening, Misha.
Good evening, Mr. James. Good evening. And that is why I was asking, even though we have the 20% markup, how much should we really charge? Because I really don't know, because it's like you're losing out big time on the dishwashing liquid. So I just lost as to how much it should
really, I don't really see it.
Yeah, so we could work something out where we could know how to charge.
Yeah, well, I don't really see the dishwashing liquid as a product for retail. I more see it as a product for members to use because the markup is small, and then if we really calculate the price of it based on the shipping, it becomes very unattractive where the price is concerned. So I really promote it for, you know, products for members to use, not for something to retail. Now, if you understand business, there are some businesses, right? What they do is they make no profits on some products, and then some products is what they really make the profit on. But the product that gets people in the store is the products that they make no profit on, right? Because when they come in, then you will see the other products and, oh, okay, right. So what we can do is the dishwashing liquid and these household products could be used to attract people so that they can know, well, hey, we have dishwashing liquid, we have hand soap, this, that, and so on. But we know we make our money on the perfume, right? As a matter of fact, our perfume markup is pretty higher because if we use the rate of 18 and then some members use 28 or 30, we're talking about an almost 75% markup. And FM's markup on the perfume is usually 30–40%. And we are somewhere at 75%. So we can, to me, either use the products for ourselves, or if we have to sell it, it's just to get it in somebody's hands, not to worry about the profits. Yeah, so that, you know, at least you get a customer and you could also show them what else we have. Genevieve, you're saying something?
Yeah, because this is one of the things that I do whenever I'm selling my products. I let them know, okay, this is the price that you could get it at. However, if you sign up and get the free membership, then you can get it at this price. So that way they buy it for themselves to use and not necessarily to sell. So they wouldn't have to worry about making any kind of markup on that. you want to make a nice profit, then you can sell the perfumes. But you want the dishwashing liquid, join and use it for yourself. So you get a...
Yeah, and that's how to me it should be promoted. It is not a high ticket item in terms of profits. We're not going to make much profits on it, but it's just, you know, to get people's interest. You know, so they can say, well, all right, so you have dishwashing liquid. What else you have? What else you do? And you can expose them to the other products, because you really make your money on the perfume. The other products is 20% markup. Makeup, body products, skincare, even the health products are usually 20, maybe 25% markup. So the money is not there. That's like you're providing us a service, but the money is really in the perfumes. And if you think about the upside, even if you get people purchasing these products without much profit, some of them carry much more points. So when you think about products like the Inner Balance, which is a bit pricey for some, but the points is good. So it brings points to your organization. We have to revisit some of those products. 1 second, please. 1 second, please, guys. Yeah, thanks, guys. So, any questions? Any other questions that we can help you with? I have on the screen here System 7, which is all about duplication. We cannot talk about it enough. And we know, or you should know, if you really want to have success in the business, then you want to get on this system. You really want to get on this system. So it's up. If you have a pen and pencil or paper and pen, write it down and get on it. I will discuss it, but I want to get the questions out of the way. So what questions do you have that you need to have answered to help you to take your business to another level? Is someone there? Somebody's mic is open. So Ori's mic is open.
Hello?
Tanilla, Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne.
Suzanne. Hi, good night.
Good night.
Yes, my issue is that I need things explained to me, because if I don't have, okay, because I made a purchase, and so I am wanting to know, does this first 10 days discounting really work? Because the only discount I got was has up to 20% discount. And I did put in my application within the 10-day period. So should I bring somebody on and purchase and they calculating, what am I supposed to say? Because I cannot understand what is going on in my own purchase.
Well, what I can tell you is that the biggest key for, well, let me answer the first part of your question. The answer is yes. Once you join, the first 10 days, you get up to 30% discount, from 30% on your first day down to 20% on your 10th day, right? However, the question is, when did your order go out? Because remember, we do group orders. So if for some reason...
Well, okay, let's say my...
Yeah, you joined today. and no orders go out, unfortunately, you're going to lose your 10%. You would have placed your order to your upline, but your upline didn't have, because we don't send orders out every day. We fill the orders, make sure we have enough. I like to make sure my orders are full. If I see time running out and we have business partners who may be within the discount, you know, I just purchase items sometimes just to send the item out or to make sure that the item above the minimum criteria set for orders by FM World. But if for some reason your no order goes out within that 10 days, then you're going to lose your 10 days discount, unfortunately.
Yeah, so but my 10 days was up, and in addition to that,
yeah.
Well, okay, let's say my 10 days were up. I know it wasn't up, but let's say it was up. Then I'm not supposed to get any discount.
No, you wouldn't.
Is that so?
Correct.
Right, but I got a discount.
But if there's a promo going, then she would get a discount.
Yeah, she might have. Yes, so it all depends if there was a promo on the day for the product that you bought, etc. So, is it that
I bought the Immuno? Mm-hmm.
Right.
When I bought the Immuno, there was a promotion.
Right. No, that might have been a daily promotion. So there's a possibility that the Immuno did not go out on the day of the promotion. Because when you're in your first 10 days, if there's a promo, let's say a 20% discount, and you on your 10-day, which qualifies you for a next 20% discount, you can get a 40% discount. But if the Immuno, if the order was placed after the Immuno promo was finished, then you wouldn't get 40, you would get 20. So it's different combinations. It all depends on, but hold on. You are saying that you did get a discount, correct?
I did get a discount, which is 10%, and 10% is nowhere on the 10-day listing. And I did purchase, and it did go out in the 10-day period. So I should have been awarded some one of those discounts. But I don't know why I even got it. Then I don't understand. So,
all right. Have you discussed it with your upline who placed the order? Because that person will be
no, because I think we are both in the same predicament, not understanding exactly how this thing is being done.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned here because I don't think, well, it has to be an upline that I'm not familiar with, because to me, majority of the uplines.
Because we both new. We are both new.
Who placed the order? The new upline placed the order?
Who placed the order for, who authorized one is even after all the signing up that I understood that we had to do some authorization.
Yes.
So I think it would have been Mr. Ryan with my authorization.
Right.
Esbeth would have did the request.
Right.
And well, that's as far. So,
well, based on what you say,
that's the only level I know.
Who placed the order? Right. Command Center? Command Center placed the order?
Yes, it was a Command Center purchase.
Right. Well, the most I can tell you at this time is Command Center will be the ideal person to answer your question, because there are so many things that could have taken place. To give you a correct answer now will be a little impossible. So you need to liaise with Command Center and find out when the order went out, if it went out on time, etc. I know Clifton had a promo as well, I believe, in-house promo. So you might have qualified for the in-house promo and not the FM World promo based on the time your order went out. So that you'll have to connect with command center to find
well,
out.
Mike, this particular order was a FM promo on the 10th of July. This is this immuno spin the wheel thing that they had on the 10th of July. I would have purchased before that.
Right. So are you certain your order went out? Do you have a bill? Do you have an invoice?
So, okay, yes, I do.
What date on your invoice?
The date here is the 6th of July.
Right, that's the date of the invoice.
Yeah, the date on the invoice.
Right, so okay, so and when was the promo for the Immuno with FM World? What day? Do you know?
I don't know exactly what day the promo was. They started the promotion, but the result of it, the day when they spin the wheel or whatever, it was the 10th of July.
Mr. James, I could let me try to clear up something here, right?
Yeah.
The promotion that she's talking about with the spin the wheel, that would have been command center promotion with the Immuno. That is what she's talking about. That spin the wheel thing is what Clifton and they would have done in-house for the Immuno, the Nutricoro Immuno, right? So it is possible that when she placed the order with command center, right, that she would have qualified for the spin the wheel promotion that Clifton and they would have been having, and that is how she would have ended up that promotion. She probably would have been within her. She would have probably been eligible for her discount within the 10 days based on the date the order was placed by command center, which is why she would have gotten the 10%. That is why she would have within that 10 days based on when command center would have placed that order for her. That is the discount she would have gotten from FM. But the spin the wheel thing that she's talking about, that is Clifton and command center in-house.
I think the best thing here,
I think that is what happened.
The thing here is for Suzanne and Esbeth to connect with Mr. Ryan and get it all cleared up, because as Suzanne is saying, she needs to fully understand so that when she's introducing somebody else into the business, she could be able to speak properly to them. So it's better she gets back to command center to get that clarified, because the Smart Start is up until 20%. And if she said she's got 10%. Mr. James, are you there? Mr. James?
He got himself muted.
Well, until he unmutes himself.
No, I went for a while here, and then my it went down. Hold a second.
Jenny, what I noticed with
what happened, he'd be in a better position to respond to that query.
Yeah. Okay then, thank you.
You're welcome, Susan, and welcome again to FM World and to KCJ and to Empire Builders.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, love. Mr.
Yeah, so like we got that cleared up. So I'm back here. I shift my location trying to get better signal, but Flow seems to be giving problems in this area over the last days. Lots and lots of problems. So any more questions for us to clear up? any questions that can be answered that can help you to understand the system better so that you can take full advantage of your opportunity with FM?
Mr. James, I like the fact that before you bring any persons on, you let them organize with their list and names and all of that. So going forward, I will be doing that instead of waiting until they come on to do it. I'll be letting them do it before.
When they say come on, like come into the business?
Yeah, before they come in, I'll let them know, all right, this is how to get started. A list of 100 names, what they have to do before they join so they will know what they're getting themselves into, because I realize that it may work out better that way. Because I have some persons who will sign up. Yes, I told them about the System 7 and all of that. But it's taken them a while to get their list. Some of them will run away from it. So I think beforehand, before they sign up, is the new approach going forward.
Well, you know, I've had some discussions with Clifton, and you know, we have been talking about, you know, when you make sure you qualify 5 people first, and I know he has this guy that he took through the paces in terms of, you know, some training, etc., and it makes some sense. But I think it all depends on where the person wants to be. If somebody says to me they just want to be a customer, you're in the system, start shopping. What has worked for me within recent times is keeping them in the loop. Very few people are going to check FM on Facebook to see where the promo is, etc. So I keep them in the loop in terms of products. I just created a broadcast. So I have some members, they're not interested in the business, they're not interested in team leaders or team or building networks, but they say, well, once there's a product they like, good promo, they will buy. So I have not brought them into the group. I have them in a broadcast. But if after the person see the business plan and the person says to me, Kenwin, I want to buy and sell, or I want to build a network, then we need to discuss System 7. And again, you can do some qualification by giving them the work in advance. And if you realize that they duck in and they run in, then you know you'll be wasting time. The question is, could the person still have been a customer or preferred member? So I still like to bring persons in, right? Because once you sign up, it means that you're kind of obligated to receive the information. If you are not in this, I will feel a little, you know, strange to be sending you information unless you agree to get information. But I also have the WhatsApp group there, not WhatsApp, sorry, the Facebook group where you can get information on products and so on. However, once the person decides that they want to do the business or they want to build a network, then we have to start talking about System 7. What we have to do is to do a better job of making sure that it is executed, right? I still have some work to do on it as well. Over the past month, I have been a little better. Yeah, I have been a little better with some of the members in terms of getting it done, but there is still a lot of room for improvement, right? There is still a lot of room for improvement. But I want to repeat this. This is like your commandments, if I could use that term, right? Hope I don't get struck down with lightning here at any point in time. Let me look, right? This is critical. In my experience, I have never seen a better system. Now, there's 2 things I want to share tonight quickly. System 7 and your DMO, which is a daily method of operation. Let's look at System 7 quickly again. Step number 1, you need to be excited about your future in this business. Listen, the horizon for this business is huge. Unfortunately, everybody's not going to get it. I cannot see the future. I know I get it. And I may not be able to convince every single one of you on this call tonight that this is so. But it's all up to you. But I tell you, the future of this business is bright, especially with that entry into the American market. That's huge. And we have so many other things to be excited about where this business is concerned. The products, the benefits, etc. The camaraderie, the relationships. I'm excited about it and helping people and so on, right? So your second step is to be focused on your goals. You need to know what you want. You need, and this comes from the understanding of the business in terms of getting up the ladder from 3% to 6-9, all the way to 21, understanding what Pearl Orchid and Amaranth Orchid is going to give to you. So you need to make up your mind where you want to take it, how far you want to go, what levels you want to hit. And you have to be thinking about it consistently and working towards it consistently. Write it down. I always say create a vision board. I don't need one because it is locked in my mind, right? I can tell you that the second thing I think about in the morning is FM World. The first thing is my God, because from the time I get conscious, I start to pray one time. And the second thing I start thinking about is, okay, so what am I going to do with FM World today? Because I know I want to get into the Star Club. I want to be qualifying for conventions, meeting these people. You know, Clifton said something, it's all about association. When you get to go a convention, your association will grow because you know dealing with the owners of the company, other business partners at a high level. Your relationships with your friends are going to change because you're now talking to people who are making money and you're going to get new ideas. That's what comes with association. You're going to grow. No matter what association you're in. You could be in law, you could be in nursing, you could be in teaching. When you get into an association and you meet people who are at a higher level than you, you're going to learn. Once you're open to learning, you're going to learn. And that's why I want to get there, because I want to learn so much more, right? So, but you need to have goals, write them down, most importantly. And then the next critical task is, and this is where majority of business partners will fail. The majority of business partners will fail at number 3. Because some people struggle to make the list and then worse yet to maintain it. The DMO that I will talk about after is to maintain that list. But you need to make a list first. You make a list of as much people you know, and you contact them. We need to get serious business partners, team leaders, to book their PBR early in the game. Within the first week they come in, book that PBR and get it done. And then they can always book other meetings, right? We have meetings almost every day in the week, and Zoom calls and so on. And when I say meeting here, I mean, I'm talking about public meetings that I hope will come back, because the public meetings can be very effective. This is where you have your products to showcase. So once we can have meetings again, I might want to do a public meeting like maybe once a month at a real strategic place where people could come to a meeting and physically see the products, because there's a downside. The faster you get products in people's hands, the better. So one of the questions I start asking people is, what's your budget? Because once you're coming here to start shopping, what's your budget? Let's see what we can get you. What you want to order first. That's the language. We don't want people coming in and month, 2 months, 3 months sitting down there doing nothing. No. Right? So they book the PBR, we get it done. So once they book it, or they will say, you say to the person, all right, here's what. You're coming today. The next meeting we're working towards is Monday night or Thursday night. You want to get some people on that meeting. So they're going to start calling their prospects now and inviting them to that meeting. Thursday or Friday, whatever meeting. So you book that meeting or you book that Zoom call, as the case may be. So the person either doing a PBR or right now Zoom call. You book Thursday night, okay, we're going to work on getting some of your people on that call Thursday night. So that's where 5 is. 5 is where you're inviting the prospects on the call. And then you now, the business partner, you have to attend meetings and trainings. You have to attend meetings and training, and you have to use your personal time to watch videos and read books. We haven't talked about it for a while. I want to order some. If you're serious about the business, especially the network, building the network, then you need to read Brian Carruthers' Building an Empire. I plan to pull that book out and start doing some training on it sometime soon. But you want to read Brian Carruthers' Building an Empire. And you want to maintain minimum 50 points per month. You want to maintain minimum 50 points per month. We need to get this ingrained. You know, it's not about, okay, I shop this month. That's for customers. A customer can tell me, well, like, I ain't buying nothing. I'm not really interested in nothing this month. But business partners and team leaders need to do, and this is, 50 points is about $250 a month. It's not a fee. It can be considered an investment because you're getting products that you can use and advertise. So it's not like you're paying a fee, you're getting something for your $250. But we need to get our members to understand that you need to do a minimum of 50 points per month. Because nothing happens in our business until products are moving. As I say to people all the time, this is not the susu. Where you just put in money, bring 2 and you get money, you get 10 times your money sometime in a couple of weeks' time. And most importantly, step number 7, it's not for the swiftest, but for those who can and endure. Sometimes the people who you start the race with, they are not the people you're going to finish the race with. Because the face of this team, my team, has changed over the last couple months. People who were at the forefront are no longer at the forefront, and new people have stepped in. You see, it is, the Olympics is on. It is not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon, and you gotta be built for that marathon. So take a picture, write it down, but you want to duplicate this. And when you bring somebody in, you see the magic is getting a multitude of people to do the same thing consistently. And once that happens, we're good to go. You're going to see your team grow and your income grow. It's about duplication. Because remember, when your network starts, it's going to be just you. And then you bring some persons in, and then it's 4 of you doing it. And you bring some persons in, then it's 12 of you doing it. And then it's 20-something of you doing it. And then you have 100 and something of you doing it. That's when the magic begins. Next thing you know, your organization explode because you have thousands of people in your organization doing this, getting excited, writing down their goals, making a list, maintaining it, booking PBRs, coming to meetings, inviting prospects, watching books, listening to videos, doing 50 points a month, and they're not quitting, no matter what. They're not quitting. They're going down the road. Yes, you will have those who will fall off. You know, they say you separate the goat from the sheep. The business does that. But you have to be in for the long haul. So I go back to step number 3, which is when you make the list, you have to maintain it. How do you maintain that list? We also have a strategy for you to be able to maintain the list. And to maintain the list means you have to be making friends on a consistent basis. And the reason why I have been saying that this is one of the best times for us to get into business, because our business is online. Your business is online. Everything is online. Yes, we can make friends on the field, meaning face-to-face, yes, that is still possible, but the majority of people you're going to meet is online. I don't know why people have this big hang-up about meeting people online. I know several persons got married to persons that meet online. You're getting jobs online. You're going to school online. Everything is online. So what you want to do is consistently with whatever site you're using, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I like Facebook. Or you have LinkedIn as well. I'm starting to use LinkedIn to prospect, because it's about prospecting. You have to connect with people. And the best way to connect with people is to send out friend requests. And then once they accept, you want to connect, start the connection in a nice way. One of the first things you want to do is show that person's your interest by commenting on their post, liking their profile pic on their cover photo, etc. Genuine and making genuine comments. They're going to notice. And that's telling you what I do, so they will notice. All right, and then you have your making sure that your posts are nice too, and you have your Facebook stories going. Right, so I mix it up. You know, the point I want to make is when you look at social media, you have to view social media as it is like it's your television station, so you're broadcasting. And this is something I do with stories. You know, we sit down watching a movie, right, on television, and you will have interruptions. The interruptions is advertisement. So I will provide content, a picture of me, picture of family, then I will drop a joke. And well, these days, like Jen will know, I use the preface or the reface, you know, with some movie, with some character, people laughing at that. And once they start to laugh, I drop 2-3 ads on them. Something with FM, product, opportunity, meeting, something. So I mix it up. And then when I finish with that, I go back to broadcasting. The movie continues. So that's what you have to do. So when you comment on their post, like their profile pic, more than likely they're going to come over to see what you're up to. Right? And when they find you interesting, you're then going to start up the conversation. So you go over into Messenger and you start the conversation. Right? I normally leave people for a while, because what I like to do is, this is my opening line. I now realize that we are friends on Facebook and we haven't connected officially, and I want to change that. You know, hope you're having a wonderful day. Chat soon. And 99% of the times people respond favorably. I did it with a guy sometime last week, and I had this guy talk online for about an hour. And what made it interesting is that I know it was going to irk him because he did not have his occupation posting, and I asked him what he does. So he wanted to know why I want to know. And then he went and checked my profile, realized that I sell insurance. I said, well, he should have racked me up. He told me he have all the insurance he needs. So I came back at him and I told him that, well, sorry to tell you, but my clients have me full of work. I can't take on any more work. You know, so and we spoke for about an hour online. Right? I haven't gone back to him as yet, but the conversation has started. And if you don't know what to talk about family, occupation, recreation, and money. That's form. So ask people how their family going, how's work? You know, what you're doing for recreation these days, you know? And then they bring up the topic of money. You know, is your savings healthy? Are you able to save? Do you find products, well, do you find the cost of living is, you don't find the cost of living expensive, you find? And get the person to comment. And then eventually you will be able to ask the question. The question is, I'm just curious, are you open to ideas that can create additional sources of income in your spare time without disrupting what you do currently? Just thought I should ask. If it's not, I'll understand. And majority of the times they respond positively. Some could be a bit direct, you know, what you're selling, what you want to get at, etc. And it all depends on the conversation. It could be within the first day, or it can take 7 days, it can take 2 weeks. It all depends. But when you're talking to enough people, you will know when it's time to bring it up. And then you could send the video or invite them to a meeting. And most importantly, a follow-up. Follow up with them, answer their concerns, answer their questions. Do I have to pay to join this? Like a lady told me today, when she said, Mr. James, I saw the video, and sorry to tell you, but I can't start now because I don't have any money. I can't shop, this, that. And I said to her, so, well, you don't need money to make money. I say, the exact reasons why you're giving me there, why you can't start is a reason why you should start, because I can show you how to make money on the same medium we're using, which is your phone. And she said, serious? I said, of course. I said, all you have to do is join us, advertise, get some products sold, and you keep the profits. And you start a business from there. She said, I get you. I said, yeah. So she's due for sign up. So you sign them up, and then you provide support by connecting them with the system, teaching them what you know, etc. You see, you still have to find a time. You have to find a time in your schedule where you're going to work with your people, you know. Do not allow me or Clifton or Jen to work with your people exclusively, you know. Because what is going to happen is that your people will stop listening to you and they will start listening offline. I learned that from early o'clock. It's something I know from training. Yeah, I saw it happen in my company. Whoever does the training gets the person's ear, not necessarily the manager. So my advice to you is when your team starts to grow, it could be half an hour, call a meeting with them and teach them something, so at least you show your authority and your knowledgeability in the business, because if you don't, they will start going on top of you to find the person who knows it. So that's why I started doing meetings and trainings from early o'clock. Now, if you can't, you don't have to worry, because just promoting and plugging people in the system, you may not have the authority, but you're going to still make money once you keep doing what you're doing. But providing the support is most important. So I will stop there because it's already 4 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. And these calls are supposed to be an hour. I had a couple of other things I wanted to show, but we'll have to leave that for next week. And I'm seeing Esbeth B hand is up. I'm not too sure if it's from before But Esbeth, if you have a question or comment, you can do so now. Esbeth?
Thank you so much, Mr. James. Good night, everyone.
Sure.
I think you probably may have answered my question, but I'll ask it again.
No problem.
Just to be sure. I was eyeballing the first effectiveness level, of course, but within the waiting period to hit it, should I still make the effort to do a 50 minimum points?
I don't understand. Repeat it again. What's the question?
I'm not at the first effectiveness level yet.
Which is 300 points.
Which is the 300 points, right?
Right.
Yes, but within the time, within waiting to get there, should I still at least aim to get to do the minimum 50 points?
Yes, every month.
Yeah.
Every month you shouldn't do anything less than 50. Some people teach 100, some people teach 300. But I know how tough it could be. If you're really promoting and advertising, you should be doing 300 points minimum per month.
Right.
But if you're unable to, at least do 50. Right? So because when you bring your people in, you want to make sure your people doing 50 as well. Some people can do more. Yeah, but you want to make sure you're doing 50. Don't ask people to do things that you are not willing to do. Because if they find out, that is problems. So you see, since I came in, I shop. Every month I make sure and shop. I shift my buying power, coffee, toothpaste, makeup for the lady, body care, etc. Yeah. Right? You shift your buying power. And by shifting your buying power, doing 50 points, because 50 points is a bottle of pure and something else. What gives you 16 points? I think I posted something today that gives you 16 points. What it was? Or the foot scrub. The foot scrub for $70-something gives you 16 points. And gosh, but some members don't even want to buy a foot scrub, boy. Right? But the foot scrub gives you 16, a bottle of perfume gives you 37, the pure. What you can do is, if you don't want to use it, you buy a sample of it. So if you buy the 18, you buy a sample of 2 of the 18. Sample some people and whoever wanted, sell it to them. So you get back your money.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about getting one of the Utique sets.
Right.
But I was thinking that I could probably sell them individually. Is that smart?
Of course, because you will get a little discount buying the 3, and yes, you can sell them individually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. Yeah, but the critical thing is prospecting and growing your team. And there are so many ways on Facebook that you can find people, join groups. I just joined a basketball group, and that group have over 200 and something people in it. You know, I love basketball, so I post something about LeBron, and about 200 and something persons like it, and a big conversation. And I was like, wow, okay. So you know some of these people are going to befriend them. And they're in the US, so we're gonna start talking. Yeah, so join groups that you like. You like cooking, join a cooking group. This group from we call it some Trinidad True Recipes that have thousands of people in it. Thousands. Join the group, start commenting, post things. People like it because sometimes people may not necessarily like things on your personal page, but they will comment and so on in a group. So join groups that you like. Even start a group that you like. So you like dogs, start a dog group. Start a group about dogs, whatever you like. There has never been an easier time to meet people and to converse. And if you don't know how, then I encourage you to invest in Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie. It must be free online by now. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm sure you can download it by now. It's a nice read. But we also have to get Brian Carruthers' Building an Empire. I will check it out and see how much for it and buy some, and so we get it at a good price. But you want to read that. Has some fantastic ideas in it. This is where System 7 comes from. System 7 came from Brian Carruthers' Building an Empire, and it works. So, any more questions before we go tonight?
If I may, I want to take it a little futuristic, because I'm really, one of my goals is to be able to travel to meet with the conventions and whatnot. But I'm curious as to how will the visa situation work out? Is it like a group effort or something like that?
No, you will have to qualify for your visas on your own. That's a personal thing. But
okay.
If it's going for your visa, you can show you have an invitation. I'm certain it's going to make it easier.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they see you have a business. Listen, I don't know if you guys see the power in it. I was telling somebody recently, hey, I just pay tax in Poland, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I pay taxes in Poland. I contribute to the economy of Poland based on the business I do with FM World. I have a stake in Poland. Yeah. So when I get there, I'm sure I can enjoy some kind of benefit because I have a business that does business in Poland. And listen, guys, you can really, we don't talk about this enough. I spoke to our business partner today she said that we didn't explain to her the process of getting paid. I know it sometimes go over people's head. Let me just mention it here. FM distribution office only pay commissions directly to persons with businesses, registered business, not your FM business. You need to have a registered business in Trinidad, right? Because you have to pay taxes in Poland. So if you want to get away from the tax, what they allow you to do is to take your commissions, purchase products. When the products come, you sell them and you get the profit. You can't have your cake and eat it, but you need to understand that there are several benefits to having a business, right? You must know that if you start a business, right, you can run, all your business expense can help you with even your taxes you have to pay now, you know, from your personal income, if you have personal income. I wonder if you guys understand the point I'm trying to make. Because when you have a business, you declare all your expenses first, and after you declare your expenses, then you declare income, and you pay tax on the income. When you're employed, you pay taxes first, and then the rest is for you. So there are benefits to registering a business. Now, what could happen when FM comes to the US, if you transfer, there's a good possibility that you might be able to get your commissions direct because remember, Trinidad and Tobago have treaties with the US and London, the UK, etc. So like when we were under the UK branch, we used to get our products directly. Yeah, when we were under the UK, we used to get our products or our commissions direct, whether you had a business or not. So I'm thinking that when the US comes into the play, you can transfer your membership to the US and they will pay you directly. You shouldn't have that condition of having a business. Before I go, let me just recognize the top 3 in recruiting again. That's Kenwin James with 15, Robert Pilgrim with 10, and Danelle Jero Branford with 5. That's for the month of July. And I'm not too sure if the 3 is back up as yet. This is information I had from earlier in the month, like the last week. At that time, Kathleen Francis was 1,120. Angela Francis was 1,106, and Jacqueline Dozan was 867. Both of them from St. Martin. I'm not too sure if those points held. So when the tree comes back, I would be able to confirm that. I wanted to talk about a couple of products, but we don't have enough time. I just have one video, I believe, to play. Oh, yes. One last video, and that's a video on the 48% that the company gives back to us. We need to understand this. This is powerful.
Business partners, as the name suggests, are our most important partners in business. That is why a large proportion of the company's revenue is allocated to them. We know this motivates you to work, helps you develop your structures, and thus makes your dreams come true. We are happy to see that, due to our unique business model, your standard of living is improving significantly. Let the numbers speak for themselves. Have a look at what part of turnover we spend on commissions and other benefits. 33% is allocated for commission from a marketing plan. 1.7% allocated extra from the marketing plan of our leading brands. 10% is spent on benefits in incentive programs. 4% are profits from incentive programs sponsored by FM World, such as Starting Shield and Back to the Future. In addition, all kinds of attractions, namely anniversary trips to the most far-flung corners of the world and competitions with fantastic prizes. Almost half of the company's turnover is returned to you. 48.7% of turnover for you. You probably won't find another company that shares such a huge part of its profits with its business partners. We are extremely proud of this.
And we should be proud too. Right? So lots of money to make, guys. Let's do some work. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, New York City is on. So if you can get some people onto that call, do so. Then Thursday night is Empire Builders, 9 o'clock. Phenomenal Empire, Friday, 8 o'clock. And then KCG Empire will be back this Saturday again. But not again. We had nothing Saturday going. It was my daughter's birthday. So she had me busy. So we will have a call on Saturday, 6 o'clock. I would love to have somebody different do that call on Saturday. I can host and back up. But if you want to do the call on Saturday, we can do some work and get you ready for doing that call Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Yeah? So thank you very much for your time, ladies, gentlemen. I wish you a good night and see you, if not before, next week, Tuesday, right here, KCG Empire Q&A session. Take care. Good night.